The replay on YouTube. Hi, nice to see you. It's me, Consciously Erin. These are live readings. I just want to let you know that private readings are very different. And the only way to schedule a private reading is through my website, which is consciouslyerin.com. If you want a private reading, check it out there. But stay for these. Remember, sometimes you're in the right place at the right time to hear what you need to hear. Take what works for you in any of these readings, leave what doesn't. It's okay, right? I'm excited to be here today. It's Memorial Day. It's going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to reading for people and seeing friends on here. Hello, friends. There we go. Hey, Kimberly, good morning and welcome in. Hello, Yellow Rose. Good to see you. Hello, Lacey. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hi. Hello, friends. Happy Memorial Day. Yeah, smash that like button for me. It really helps. Hello, Lori. I am feeling so much better. Hey, Mike, good morning. Mike Smith, are you Red Dwarf? Is that Mike Smith? No, he has a different last name. I can't remember. Your first live. Well, welcome, Lisa. Handle with care. Hello. Happy Memorial Day. Maria Therese. Hello. Well, it's so glad to see you here. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. It's Memorial Day, so I figured I'd come on and see how people are doing. I am doing readings. Just about to tell you guys about that. So if you don't know me, my name is Erin. I am an intuitive. I am here today offering oracle card readings. The way this works is readings are $25. You can pay that through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. I have the same username across all three platforms. It's Consciously Erin. It should stay it right up here, right? So the way it works is once you send a payment, I get a notification and you go on my list, and then I go in order of the list. I do ask that you are patient and kind as I make my way through the list. I absolutely take my time with everybody, but sometimes the list can get a bit ahead of me and I'll end up with 5 or 6 people on there, so just be patient with me. The good news is this live gets reposted on my YouTube channel later, and you can always go back and watch it to watch your reading again. You know what I'm saying? So I will also say there are a lot of haters on YouTube. They're going to have a lot of nasty comments to say. I typically tell people to just ignore them as much as you can. Don't engage. They'll go away eventually. Also, if you would like a reading and you're more comfortable sending the payment through YouTube itself, there is a donate or some button down at the bottom that says donate or something like that, contribute, something like that. You can also send the payment that way. But readings are $25. So list is open. I'm excited to get ready. I'm excited to read. If you're looking for some insight, I am here for it. So let's do it, friends. Let's do it. Yeah, haters gonna hate. They're gonna have their own journey. It's not my job to judge them. I just don't have to engage with them either. You know what I'm saying? I'm offering oracle card readings. They are $25. Good to see you. Paige, thank you. I appreciate that. Readings are $25. I'm happy to read for you if you would like. I do appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. My Venmo handle is Consciously Erin. It should say it right across the top up here. It is the same handle for Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. Consciously Erin. So that's the easiest way to find me. If you go into whatever on YouTube might have my profile, my link tree is usually in there. If you get on there, you can also do it. Yes, 25 euros is also perfectly fine. My name is Erin. Nice to meet you. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. I live in Illinois, northern Illinois in the United States. Hillsborough Campground, I see you. I appreciate that very much. Hillsborough, I'm gonna write Hillsborough down. in AYSC. Oh, Cosmic Dragon. All right, so Hillsborough is up first, and then Cosmic Dragon is up after that. So Hillsborough, say hello. You're from Portugal. Well, hello. I have a friend that lives in Portugal somewhere. I'm not sure where exactly. Northern California, beautiful area. Hillsborough Campground. Say hello, friend. You are up. Say hello in the chat so I can see you, and tell me how I should refer to you, what name I should call you. My name is Erin. Sarah, awesome. I see you, Sarah. Okay, fantastic. I can't pin comments in here, but I'm going to write that down. Sarah. All right, Sarah, here we go. I'm so excited to read for you. I'm ready when you're ready. Let's do this, my friend. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Sarah, you have a lot of activity in the middle of your chakras, okay? So right now you've got a lot of heart, solar plexus, and sacral chakra. All of those energies are working together, so we're going to talk about that. Heart is the biggest chakra we have. This is where all the feels live. This is where all the hurts live. You have a nice open heart, which tells me you live an open heart-led life, which is good, but also sometimes maybe we wear our heart on our sleeves, and sometimes we get a little hurt in that heart space. It feels like you might be very sensitive, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in a good way. You're sensitive to a lot of the energies around you and a lot of the feels around you. You pick up on that. Having mindful boundaries and reminding yourself that you don't have to take anybody's hot mess home with you can be really helpful. Remember, you are the curator of your energy, and you are 100% in control of it at all times. Your solar plexus is also very active. This is the seat of how you see yourself in the world, and also the home to your creative expression. The more you allow yourself to creatively express, the more genuinely like yourself you will feel. These two are feeding each other in a yin-yang form, and they have pretty good balance, but they're in a state of growth at the same time. Sometimes that state of growth can make us feel a little bit off balance, even though we're not really. It's just because it's expanding. It's kind of like it's like when a puppy has really big feet. Sometimes they're a little off balance, but they grow into that. And this is kind of where you are. You're growing into some greater sense of self. This in return has triggered a change in your sacral chakra. Now the sacral chakra is the home to all the name tags we wear, so all the roles we play and the relationships that are the result of those roles that we play, okay? So what that tells me is you are stepping more into something that feels like you and aligned with you, and that in turn is rippling into your sacral chakra, helping you curate an outward facing role for yourself that others will be able to see this change. That's a physical manifestation in a role of some kind. It definitely feels like it has a little bit of a wobble to it as you step into whatever this change is, but it could very much be a change in a career, a change in a relationship status. Not just romantic though, keep that in mind. This can be friendships, parents, siblings. It could be 100 different things, but this role change is imminent, but it's not fully to the surface. There's more a feeling of you're kind of opening up that heart space more and aligning more with what feels good with you. The side effect is that this change comes forward. So I don't want you to work towards this new role. Let the new role unfold itself, right? You have to let the new role unfold itself. You don't have to go after it. It's already in motion. You're just stepping into what feels good to you that will help it on its own, okay? So this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said, Sarah. Number one, you are balancing out some karma, okay? Karma is not about you were bad and you need to learn a lesson. Karma is about balance. So there may have been a time when you allowed yourself to fit the roles that other people gave you and didn't really so much listen to yourself. Now you are balancing that karma of creating and stepping into a role that is better suited for you and where you want to go. This is a big expansion in your energy. My guides want to point out, however, that even during expansion, you see how the railroad tracks, there's mountains down there. You have to blow blow up the stuff that's in the way sometimes to get it out of the way. This can create a sense of imbalance or wobble in your energy. My guides want you to understand you are a strong physical manifester. Just go through it, all the way through it, okay? Allow yourself to trust that you are unfolding into a space that you have created out of alignment with you and your higher self, helping to heal some wounds that have been stuck down in there. And while you may feel that things aren't changing outside of you, it's because things are changing inside of you, which leads very much to a transition. Friend, for real. This is the death card saying the old version of you has died away and a new version is being born, but they want you to turn your attention to your crown, to your connection to source, to your inner voice, because you have a guiding light that's there to help you, and it's helping you reach a place of fulfillment. But you are continuing to lead by that heart, which is good. Just make sure that you're making good decisions for yourself as you step into whatever this new role looks like for you. Whew. My goodness, Sarah, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate you, Sarah. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I appreciate you, and I hope that was helpful. All right, let me update the list. I got a couple of payments. Sarah, thank you again. I appreciate you very, very much. Tony, I see you, friend. And you are on the list. All right, so let me go. Appreciate you, friend. Let me update the list. I've gotten a couple more payments, so I want to make sure I'm keeping up and making sure everybody knows where they are. I remember, please be patient. I do make my way as quickly as possible, but I take my time with everyone. This will be a replay on my channel, so you can absolutely watch it later, okay? Hey, Tony, I'm so glad. I'm excited to read for you. It's not that I don't like Jesus. It's just that I'm not here to argue with people, and that's what that person is there for. So that's why. I don't got any issues with Jesus. You know what I mean? All right. So up next is Cosmic Dragon. Cosmic Dragon is up next. Please let me know how to refer to you. And then after Cosmic Dragon is Karen, then Maria, then Tony, and then Cheryl. That is the list that's open. That is how many people are in the list. So please be mindful. Cosmic Dragon, make sure you say hello, that you are Cosmic Dragon and how I should refer to you. I want to make sure I have the right person. Fran. Okay, fantastic, Fran. I'm excited. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here with you and to read for you today. I truly appreciate it very, very much. All right, Fran, here we go, my friend. You have a lot of red in your energy, a lot of spice in that energy. Is quite nice, quite nice. All right, here we go. Do me a favor, Fran. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So they're showing me, I know that your name on here is Cosmic Dragon. That's likely why they are showing me a dragon, okay? I'm not sure who sent this. Readings are 25, Fred. I'm so excited to read for you, but it is 25. I'm happy to read, but it'll be 25. So they're showing me a dragon, but the fire is red. This is grounding energy. This is very deep Gaia energy. There's a connection there. It also has a lot of feeling of protection and hotness, right? I feel like a mama dragon protecting her eggs kind of feeling. You have a lot of strength and power in that space. The color of your fire is a lot of yellow with a lot of orange tips to it. So yellow is the color of how you see yourself. And maybe it's because you feel like you have to defend yourself or something, but there's a lot of fire behind you. I just want to say, be mindful that you are not getting pulled into someone else's problem, right? Don't let someone goad you into something and call you out of your integrity. You have that spiciness in there, which is not a bad thing, and it does help a lot to have that. But sometimes we can jump and have a reaction that we don't mean to. And maybe that's part of where you are working to ground and let go of some of this. When I look at your overall energy, they're showing me that there's a lot of red, a lot of root activity. Often I see this with people who have had, I don't really like to say childhoods, but parts of their lives where they've had to defend themselves a lot, or they've had to feel like I have to create my own stability or that sort of thing, and it can make your energy red all the way through, kind of spicy. Again, not a bad thing, just a signal of things you've had to do in the past. I would encourage you to reevaluate where you are, because it feels like you've made a lot of progress and are taking good care of yourself and making good changes for yourself. It just really, you kind of have to relax into the changes that you've allowed to come forward. I know there are some triggers that keep getting stepped on around you. I would encourage you to look at those triggers instead of pushing them away, because there's something trying to be revealed here, as if an old habit that keeps coming up is holding you back from taking the next step, something to that effect. An old habit is holding you back from taking the next step. What the heck, Fran? All right. This is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Fran, number one, they want you to understand whatever you're worried about with your family should not be the centerpiece of your attention. Your family's going to be fine. The next thing they want to remind you is you have a very good connection to your higher self. You're doing fantastic with that. But you have to trust it. You have to get out of your head. The reason you feel like you are stuck is because there's some behavior that you are perpetrating that is holding you in place. Arrogant is kind of a harsh word to use, but it's a feeling of I don't need to address this. It's someone else's issue, and I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that's kind of how it's being presented. My guides are asking you to step outside of your comfort zone and allow yourself to look at this, and it will absolutely open you up to a whole new beginning where you can see the trail of that spirituality standing in front of you. Not only that, but it also brings forward a sense of expansion, which is hella exciting and helps to put your dreams and desires literally within your reach, bringing together two pieces of something that felt like they weren't working. But again, they're reminding me that there's some habit that you are perpetrating that's keeping you where you are. I know it's hard to see, it says lack of faith, perpetrating a feeling of lack of faith in your ability to do something. I can't see what it is. I wish I could tell you exactly what it is, but it's definitely this feeling of some learned habit that you continue to do that's kind of holding you where you are, that they want you to address and let go of. Fran, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope it was helpful. I appreciate you very, very much. I appreciate you sharing your energy with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. All right. Karen, you are up next. Come on down and say hello. Karen is up next. Thank you so much, friend. It's just a habit. It's something that's a habit of behavior that's kind of holding you there, you know? Someone asked, readings are $25. They are available through Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. My name is the same up here as it is on all of those platforms. Once you send a payment, I get a notification. You go on the list, and then I go in order of that list. List is open. There's a few people on the list. Karen is up next, then Maria, then Tony, and then Cheryl. I do ask you to please be patient with me as I make my way through the list. Care, there you are. Handle with care. I'm assuming that's you. Hello, friend. Good to see you. Handle with care. Karen, I'm so excited to read for you. I know someone named Karen, and she's such a wonderful person, and I miss her every day that I don't get to see her. I'm sad. All right, Karen, you have a lot of blue in your energy already. I'm trying to do it more often on YouTube. Trying to do it more often, but it really depends, you know? Depends on the traffic, right? All right, Karen, here we go. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. When I look at your energy, Karen, it is overwhelmingly dark blue. This is a beautiful midnight blue color. You feel that? Did you hear that bird just come, like, land on my windowsill? Dark blue is the color of the third eye. Karen, you have a lot of energy in your third eye and a lot of connection. I feel like you're getting information from multiple sources. They show me the eyes, the ears, and the third eye. So as if all of your clairs are active. Be careful of the definition of what you tell yourself a clair looks like, okay? Clairaudience doesn't look the same for everybody. Clairsentience doesn't look the same for everybody. Everyone has a unique frequency signature. It is your signature frequency. Things can only manifest a certain way for you. So while there may be similarities with other people, you should never use them as a barometer by which to measure yourself, because that's just not fair to you for many reasons. Maybe you're even more strong than that, and you're measuring yourself against someone who is weaker in that aspect, and then you hold yourself back because you think that's the best it could be. Well, that's just simply not true. My guides want you to understand that this connection is important. It is beautiful, beautiful dark blue. It looks lovely. They're also asking you to kind of embrace it a little bit more. They're showing me your mouth as if you have something to say, but you hold it back for some reason. I'm not saying to offer opinions where they're not necessarily needed or wanted, but when someone asks you something, there's no need for you to hold it back here. Why would you do that? Girl, you've received so many wonderful things. Don't be afraid to share. There will be plenty of people who won't agree with you, and that's okay. But you kind of curate your own reality by having these conversations, because when they don't match your vibration, they will sort of see themselves out of your space. You know what I mean? All right, so this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Karen, my guides are asking you to be a little bit compassionate for yourself as you work through some of the definitions or limitations you've put on your clairs. You have a whole lot of access to all of these clairs. Some may be more active than others, but that's check on PayPal. It's consciously Erin or Erin Brown, but it's consciously Erin. My guides are saying you got to be patient with yourself, okay? You have so much strength that you choose bondage, right? You have so much going on here. My guides want you to embrace all of this and allow your inspiration to carry you forward. This requires you to make better decisions about where you focus and let go of the things that you are reluctant to share, okay? My guides are asking you to let go of the childhood emotions that made you feel like you had to hold things back because maybe other people didn't understand, because that, my friend, is what's keeping you from moving forward. Instead, use that beautiful throat chakra to manifest something better for yourself, really channeled through that crown chakra, allowing yourself to expand into the beautiful being that you are. You're going to have to embrace this creativity, but once you do, you will actually literally have your dreams and desires right in the palm of your hand. So they're asking you to embrace this, Karen. I know it can be difficult when people around you don't understand, and especially when they have a lot of criticism about it, but if you don't embrace it, no one else will either. You have to believe you're kind of a big deal, you know what I'm saying? And then embrace that. You don't have to go around and say it to people, but believe it in your soul and let that come all the way forward. Karen, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for sharing your energy. Thank you so much. I hope it was helpful. Listen, someone asked about my PayPal. Here it is. That's what it looks like. It's consciously Erin or Erin Brown. There it is. All right. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you very, very much. All right, Maria, you are up next. Maria is up next. After Maria is Tony, and then Cheryl. After Cheryl, the list is open. It's up to you. Come on down, Maria, and say hello. Thank you, friends. I appreciate you. Remember, readings are energy. If you are drawn to a room where someone is doing readings, me or any other reader, and you feel like you should stay there for a minute, give yourself permission to stay there just for a minute, okay? Because maybe that reader is about to say something that you need to hear. It doesn't have to have your name on it for you to resonate with the message. So you want to give yourself permission, give yourself a minute to embrace. Yes, you sure can, Dave. Readings are $25. Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App, or you can even send it through YouTube. There's a donation. I don't know what it says at the bottom, donation or something like that. Hey, Billy, good morning. Billy, good to see you. Maria, say hello, friend. If your name isn't Maria in the comments, you got to make sure I know you're Maria. Maria is up next. Hello from Australia, Deborah. Joseph, I see you. You are on the list, my friend. It is a glorious Monday. There you are, Maria. Maria Therese. What a beautiful name. Yes, Joseph, I got you. I got you on the list, friend. Also, Billy. Oh my gosh, girl, I got you. How exciting. I get to read for you on here. How fun. All right, here we go. Maria, I'm very excited to read for you, my friend. Here we go. I feel like you have a song stuck in your throat. Here we go. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Maria, when I come into your energy, there's a lot of activity right here in your chakras. Your heart is very active. Your throat is very active. Your third eye is very active. Your solar plexus is not nearly as active as I think it probably should be in order to support this. Hey, I see you, friend. Esther, I got you, and you are on the list. That solar plexus is not nearly as strong, as active as it probably needs to be to support the amount of energy that's going on in the center. So let's break it down just a little bit. Your heart space is very open and active, telling me that whatever's coming forward is projected from the heart. It is heart-centered. Your throat chakra is also telling me this has a physical manifestation to it. You will see evidence of this in your physical reality, whatever this change is that's going on. Third eye is telling me that this is coming from the crown down. This is guided from your higher self. Usually when I see the energy pattern like this, it's not something brand new that's manifesting, but an addition, a growth of, an expansion of, and expansion, something is getting bigger or stronger, right? Usually when it's all up in that third eye, it has something to do with your connection to source. They keep showing me someone in a state of meditation. So I don't know if this is kind of my guide saying, hey, I need you to do some meditation and calm your energy down so you can understand what you're receiving. Or it could be a sign that what you're receiving in meditation is important. You should write it down, something to that effect. The reason we meditate is because quantum mechanics teaches us that everything is energy. Energy slowed down becomes information. When you are meditating, you are simply slowing down your energy enough in order to receive the information that is being sent to you constantly all day long. They're also pointing out a series of numbers to me as if wanting you to acknowledge synchronicities, 1, 2, 3, 4, but there's also triple fours, triple threes. They're showing me a lot of numbers. So I would like you to acknowledge all of the synchronicities, especially with numbers going on. You don't have to understand what it means, just acknowledging it. And I bet you see an uptick in that, which is kind of like a countdown, right? Anytime I have a manifestation come forward, right before, there's always a countdown of sorts of seeing a ton of synchronicities. The amount of miles in my car before I need gas, the radio station, the temperature, the time of day, the channel, how much time left in the show I'm watching. All these little synchronicities pop up. Pay attention and note those because it feels like they're happening all around you, trying to point you in a direction of, yes, you're moving in a good way. Open up that heart space. Do not be afraid of what's being presented to you. Your solar plexus is not nearly as active as I would like to see it to support this. All you have to do for that is just allow yourself to creatively express in some way. Creativity does not mean doing a painting or singing a song, although I do kind of feel like there's a song stuck in your throat, but I didn't go into that because I can't see it very well. There's a feeling of wanting you to express, to get this out of you, to share this energy in some way, even if it's not with other people and only for you. Either way, they want you to do that, okay? This is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Maria, they want you to know you're going to be fine. You're going to get through this all on your own. Nobody has to do this for you. You can absolutely do this yourself because you have a beautiful connection to your higher self. Your crown is calling you forward and saying, I got your back, friend. Let's go forward. They want you to have conviction and understand that your connection to source is very, very true. and you are very much walking that path of spirituality. However, the problem is you talk yourself out of what you're receiving. So allow yourself to embrace the empowerment of what you're receiving, no matter what anyone else says. Your lack of faith in yourself is what's going to continue to hold you where you are. In order to move forward, you're going to have to allow some healing to happen around the idea that other people have to understand, support, or be with you. If you do that, you are going to continue to foster a sense of self-defeat. Instead, let go of the team around you that doesn't quite understand. And again, this is not about cutting them out of your life or kicking them out of your life or anything like that. This is about focusing on you and what feels better for you. That helps you move forward. I am not a fan of cutting people out of our lives, but I am a fan of mindful boundaries. So just keep that in mind, that as you're growing, there are going to be plenty of people who don't understand. And it's not your job to fight with them, convince them, or anything else. You know what I mean? Maria, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, friend. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope it was helpful. And I want you to embrace all of who you are, you big, beautiful being. Stephanie, I see you. Hey, sunshine. All right, you guys, let me just update my list real quick. Tony is up next, so make sure you say hello, Tony. After Tony is Cheryl, then Joseph, then Billy, Esther, and Stephanie. So please, please be patient with me as I make my way through the list. I try to take my time with everybody, okay? I try to take my time with everybody, so please, please be patient. Tony, say hello. Awakened one, are you Joseph? You are on the list. So I got Tony's up next, and then Cheryl, then Joseph, Billy, Esther, and Stephanie. So let me know if you don't hear yourself on that list. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Dana. I put a lot of videos out. Yeah, that's you. Fantastic. Amy, I got you, and you. Oh, that's not what it says. Hold on, Amy. All right, Tony, say hello for me. Come on down, please, and say hello. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate you. Hey, Tony, I see you. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I only have room for 2 more people on the list. After 2 people, only 2 more people I have room for. Yes, there is a list. Tony is up now, then Cheryl, Joseph, Billy, Esther, Stephanie, and Amy. I only have room for 2 more people, okay? Happy Memorial Day. All right, here we go. Tony, do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Tony, you have a lot of energy activity. It's like every other chakra is kind of lit up, and sometimes that can make us feel a little bit off balance. When I look at your energy, the root is very active, sacral chakra is quiet, solar plexus is active, heart is quiet, throat is active, third eye is quiet, and crown is active. So it's like every other chakra is really strongly active. Amy, I got you, friend. All right. I have 1 more space on the list. So Tony, when I see this pattern of energy, it's always growth. It's always about growth, especially when it starts down in that root. That tells me expansions happened in that root. You may have been a bit more emotional or reactive, especially in the last few days to a week or so around small things, or had your triggers pulled a little more than usual, or felt that anger come up out of nowhere. This is just your root stretching its boundaries a little bit, stretching its fingers down into the dirt because it's about to pull in some new nutrients. This in turn is going to feed that solar plexus, the seed of how you see yourself in the world, and help you establish a better connection to where you want to go. I feel like there's something coming undone in that root, and that's maybe where that underlying trigger is up, because you're recognizing that I could be somewhere different or be doing something different that feels better for me. And I feel frustrated that I haven't reached that level where I haven't started doing that, or some kind of frustration in there. But this frustration is important because it comes forward as a spark that gets that solar plexus really turning. Solar plexus, again, is the seed of how you see yourself in the world, and also the home to your creative expression. One feeds the other. The more you allow yourself to creatively express, the more like yourself you will feel. Then we look at the throat chakra. This is the bridge between the inner and outer world. This is where we manifest into 3D, friends. So this tells me it has a very physical 3D component to it. This looks and feels more like something that brings a sense of independence, like a job or something like that. Career change, it feels like an opportunity around that. It has financial stability attached to it, although it may take a hot second for it to get there. This also brings in that crown energy. You are very driven by this crown. It is inspirational in nature. The trick is going to be getting around that root, because that root is really, really active, which tells me that there's something in there that it's like a doubt. I mean, we all have doubts. That's realistically, we all have doubts, but it's like there's an opportunity for you to jump, to take an opportunity to do something for yourself, but you're holding on to something that's keeping you where you are. I feel like whatever it is going to be successful. Even if it's going to take a little bit of time for it to get there, it will ultimately be successful. So it's not about all or nothing. It's finding a way to work the two things together. You know what I'm saying? So Tony, this is what my guides have to say. In addition to everything I've already said, confirmation on the first card. They want you to go after those things that are inspiring you the most, even though it may make you feel a little bit vulnerable. The reason you feel vulnerable is because it's literally triggering that root chakra to let go of the things that you're holding on to that are keeping you where you are. You cannot dream about something better and hold on to the present moment. You have to look forward. My guides are asking you to let go of your fear of change. This is the death card saying a new version of you is trying to be born. You have to let go of where you're holding on, right? My guides are asking you to let go of the harsh judgment that you have on yourself and anything that's going on, and allow yourself to instead feel your way forward. Your lack of faith in where you're going and yourself will only serve to create a sense of imbalance in your space. They're asking you to see the truth of the situation, how putting yourself into this place of alignment gives you a greater sense of being in the right place. To do this, you're going to have to focus a little bit on yourself, but when you do, you allow yourself to be seen through a new paradigm, the lens of source instead of the limited lens of man. But again, it's on that self-doubt that comes up. That self-doubt is the problem. Tony, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope that was helpful. I'm excited for you. Thank you so much, Tony. All right, Cheryl, you are up next. After Cheryl is Joseph, then Billy, Esther, Stephanie, and Amy. I have room for one more person on the list after Amy. Hello, Cheryl. I am so excited for you. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it very, very much. I see you very much. One more person. Readings are $25, so it's completely up to you. I have room for one more person. All right, Cheryl, here we go. Do me a favor, my friend. Take a nice, big, deep breath all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop those shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. All right, so Cheryl, sometimes when I read for people, it can be hard because their energy looks good, and I feel like I need to give you something to work on. But When I look at your energy, if I were going to give you a report card, it would be an A. You look good. You have good flow to your energy. Your chakras are all communicating with each other, which is good. There's a little bit of a rumble in that root, but I think for a lot of us, there's always kind of a rumble down there. Those little triggers and nuances that come up throughout the day that annoy us here and there, but nothing too big seems to be in that space. When I push into your energy, the imagery that I get is one of relaxation, as if enjoy where you are, enjoy this journey, enjoy the flowers in the space. I feel like you've gotten yourself into a good state of momentum and you're moving in the right direction, even though it doesn't feel like things are popping off all the time. That doesn't mean you're not making progress. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to anyone else's journey, just yourself, apples to apples, always. Are you further along today than you were a year ago? If the question is yes, then friend, that's progress. So when I look at your energy, I can see a state of progress. Your energy has been moving, absolutely, and it feels good. There's a sense of anticipation, almost like I'm waiting for something to happen. I hope you're waiting for something good to happen, and not waiting for like the other shoe to drop, which is what I see a lot of clients tend to do on accident. But remember, law of attraction works on how you feel, not what you say. It is neutral in nature. It's going to bring you whatever you put your attention on. And if your attention is on the feeling of the other shoe is going to drop, then guess what's going to happen? So when I look at your energy, lots of bright yellow. This is the seed of how you see yourself. It feels like a good sense of alignment and flow. I feel like I bask in the sun of self often, which is a good thing. I also can see that you take care of yourself, and I can see that you take care of others around you. I do feel like you might be a little bit out of balance with that, but I think most people are. There's nothing I feel like you need to change about that. If you're comfortable with the level of help that you're giving to others, then that's the level of help that you give to others. You know what I'm saying? Overall, though, if I had to give your energy a report card, it would be an A. It looks good. All of your chakras are talking to each other, which is all very exciting. Cheryl, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. My guides are showing me that you are living something that you wanted to manifest before. You have manifested this for yourself. It's as if wanting you to recognize that a year ago you asked for something and here it is in front of you. They're wanting you to acknowledge that you have manifested this. You have done this yourself through aligning yourself with things that feel better and through healing a lot of the wounds that you held on to. This has put you into a greater state of alignment and helped lead to a sense of liberation. So let go of the feeling that you aren't where you thought you were going to be. You are moving in the direction that's moving you to a good place, right? My guides are wanting you to celebrate the little things, to be excited about the flowers in the yard and all of that stuff. This will help to foster a greater sense of belief and help you to start seeing the truth that you are absolutely manifesting everything you've been asking for. Just sometimes it looks a little different than we expected. Those differences come from our root and teachings that we're holding on to, but the longer we embrace our intuition, the more we see that those are the things that are limiting us, and those are the things that cause us, that need us to confront them. So again, it's very much this feeling, Cheryl, of you're walking into a time in your life that you've been looking for. It's here for you. So allow yourself to believe that you did that for yourself. Celebrate that with yourself, you know? Feels really good, Cheryl. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful. I really appreciate you sharing your energy with me. All right, Joseph, you are up next. Come on down and say hello, you guys. If you are interested, I have a very active Patreon account. Oh, Deb, fantastic. Got you. Thanks for letting me know, friend. I have a Patreon account. It is very active. I use it more like a YouTube or more like a Facebook. I put a lot of posts up there. My daily Schumann report goes up there in written form and a little bit expanded. Every Wednesday, there's an article posted connecting science and spirituality. All kinds of classes are available, so make sure you check that out. The shop is full of information. Full of information. All right, Deb, I am so excited to read for you. I'm here for it, friend. Let's get into it. So Deb is up now, and then my friend Billy, and then Esther, Stephanie, and Amy. That is the list. I have room for one more. That's it. After Amy, I got one more. All right, here we go, Deb. Do me a favor. Ooh. Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And relax. Drop your shoulders. And please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Deb, they're showing me, we're going to go with this. I'm getting a lot of imagery for you. They're showing me a horse, a beautiful chestnut colored mare. She has very beautiful skin and she's lovely. She's absolutely beautiful. And someone, it's almost like they coveted her or something. And she was put into a place that has a corral around it or a fence. And it feels like for a while that she did okay in this corral, but she's worn a ring around it and she's longing for something outside of this. As the mare has grown up in captivity, she has failed to realize that she's stronger than the fence. She could jump higher than the fence that contains her. And I think that's right where you're standing. I feel like you have been through many things in your life and have had many reasons to doubt yourself. There have been a lot of pitfalls and fallbacks, but I also feel like you're this beautiful, strong, like gorgeous mare. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, right? It just feels fantastic. And there's this push of wanting you to embrace it, wanting you to recognize that you can jump over the fence that you think is containing you. And it's not that the fence was necessarily bad. I think it was put there and it kept you safe and it made you strong and it taught you how to run and all these things. But you've outgrown this. I see this a lot when people are transitioning roles in their life, going from employed to retired, or changing careers, or kiddos moving out of the house, or changing marriage situations, or friendship situations, or family situations, like parents are moving on, or whatever's going on. There's just a sense of wanting you to embrace this feeling of you can jump over the fence that you think is containing you, that it's not necessarily holding you. It's taught you that there's a barrier that isn't there. And once you start to run, you'll see you can jump over this. So I can't tell you what's on the other side of it, but that's very much the feeling that comes with it. Deb, this is what my guides want you to understand. You can absolutely reach for what's on the other side of that. You are a strong manifester, which means what you say and where you put your attention matters quite a bit for you, because as you put your attention on it, you put that frequency out there. Remember that law of attraction works on how you feel, not what you say. If you feel limited, you will continue to reflect reasons to feel limited in your life through people and circumstances that you find yourself connected to. My guides are telling me that there is a resolution to this. You can jump beyond this fence and move past that to a place where it feels more like it fits you. But you have to let go of the feeling that everyone in your family is going to understand or have your back or give you 100%. And family can also be close friends, so just keep that in mind. My guides are pointing out there's a little bit of an ineffective team around you. Not that they're trying to do you harm, but like they built this fence to keep you safe, but you've outgrown this. So my guides are asking you to let go of your fear of change and embrace this as it comes forward. This is the death card saying an old version of you is dying away and a new version's trying to come forward. But you have to allow yourself to embrace the heart-centeredness and let go of your lack of faith and ability to do this, even in the face of other people not understanding, even in the face of feeling vulnerable. Trust that what you are receiving is coming from your higher self. Literally, there's the confirmation of it, and it will lead you to a place of healing and embracing that big piece of your heart, right? They're just really wanting you to go after this, Deb, to choose you in this, to choose you, to choose to go after whatever you need, right? Jump over the fence, Deb. It's time for you to jump over the fence. That was such a clear image. This beautiful chestnut mare with like shiny coat and long flowing mane. It was beautiful. Just kind of held into a space. So thank you so much, Deb. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. All right, Billy. I am so excited to read for you, Billy. Come on down and say hello. Come on down, Billy, and say hello. I'm excited to read for you today. I am excited. Hello, friend. Hello. After Billy is Esther, then Stephanie, and then Amy. I have room for one more reading. This is the Intuitive City Oracle deck. The creator's name is Rob. You can find it at intuitiveintention.com, or he has a shop on Etsy called My Intuitive Intention. All right, Billy, here we go. Do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Billy, they're showing me you conducting a symphony. What's up with that? So standing in front of a symphony. Now, these aren't necessarily people. I don't see faces, but I see instruments, right? Okay, so let's go with the imagery. There's a sense of, and I'm getting super hot. Okay, hold on. All right, so there's a sense of standing in front of this great orchestra that is filled with all these wonderful instruments. And you, Billy, are standing at the front and you are conducting all of these instruments, turning on the trumpets, turning on the clarinets, bringing the drums, and really orchestrating the flow of some greater sense, a greater piece of music. There is this sense that, this feeling that all of these tools that you are utilizing are creating a greater sense of music. So this tells me there are multiple tools in your space that you have access to, in a sense of you are conducting or using them in a good way, creating something larger with them. This new larger thing is a completely unique piece of music. So I can't tell you exactly what it looks like, but it's like drawing together the pieces of a puzzle, the instruments in an orchestra, to create a new piece of music, something unique to you that the world has never seen before. This feels special and, again, unique to you. The conducting of a orchestra of some kind. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what it looks like. The pulling together of all of the tools to create this orchestra of music, this orchestra of sound, this feeling of something unique and special to you, right? It feels fantastic. It does feel like it's taking a little bit of time to get all the pieces brought together. So Betty, I'd love to read for you. Readings are $25. I will hold your spot if you want to send that other amount, and then Betty will finish off the list. Dave R. They're $25, friend, but I'm happy to either send it back or hold your space. Billy, I just want you to conduct yourself. I want you to conduct these pieces with the talent that you've been given. It's like an unveiling or an unrolling of musical piece. Like, I imagine Mozart didn't invent music. He tapped into the frequency around him and created music out of it. And that's kind of the feeling I have with this. So, Billy, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Friend, you are unveiling more and more truths about yourself that are opening up a brighter future. They're asking you to take steps forward into that brighter future, allowing yourself to reconnect with the greater piece of who you are. Put aside your lack of faith in what you're doing and allow your heart to be your guide, because it is actually absolutely taking the direction here. It's absolutely trying to lead. There are some triggers in your root that may come forward, a fear of doing something, and it brings up a feeling of hesitation. But my guides are asking you to address those insecurities because there's no need for them. Your creative vision is going to lead you forward into a greater state of change. Wheel of Fortune is spun around, and the winds of change are at your back. Got you, Dave. No problem. Got you. Wheel of Fortune has got your back and is saying, we're here to do this, friend. We're good. So the list is closed for today, but hang out. My guides are saying, once you step outside of your comfort zone, even in the face of vulnerability, you will find a sense of recovery rather than a sense of overburdenedness, because, friend, you are going to recognize you can do it. You can do it. It's okay. You can do it. Billy, I am so excited I got to read for you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Fazia. I appreciate that. I am married. Billy, I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. Betty, you said that was for your husband, right? Dave, I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. All right. Billy, thank you. I appreciate you. Esther is up next. After Esther is Stephanie, then Amy, and then Dave. And that is the list for today. The list is closed. Thank you for being here with me. Hang out and see if any of these readings resonate for you. Thank you, friend. Esther, say hello. Make sure you know make sure I know it's you when you say hello. I'm here to read for Esther. Come on down, Esther. Hey. there, Esther. I see you. I'm so excited to read for you, friend. Thank you very much for allowing me to do so, and thank you very much for your patience. I appreciate you. All right, Esther, here we go. Undercover, that's what they're giving me. Do me a favor, take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So undercover is something I get quite frequently with people. And the imagery that comes with that is as I'm being shown someone with bright energy that has a blanket or a cover over it. Often that cover is made out of things like obligation and real world things that have your attention that has dimmed your light just a little bit. I feel like this cover belongs to other people and it keeps being put over you. When I look at your energy, you have a beautiful, bright, shining light. It just is dimmed by all of the things that have your attention outside of you. It's not that you are powerless to change your life, because that is not at all what I'm saying. I am saying that there's something that keeps being put over you that makes you feel like you can't make big changes. This can come in the form of obligation. You have bills to pay, you have family to feed, you have stuff to do, and I get it. But I also understand that this world is not about necessarily dropping one thing and stepping fully into another. Sometimes this is about slow, mindful, meaningful change, and not necessarily big, giant leaps into something different. You know what I'm saying? So there's this feeling of wanting you to understand that you are slowly unfolding things. You're slowly bringing things forward. You are absolutely making those changes, but because of the blanket that's over you that's kind of holding you back, meaning your attention to all the things in the physical that's really just drawing your attention away, the more you put your attention there and allow it to sit there, the longer it will feel like you are stuck where you are, and you are not, okay? Again, this comes a lot of the time in the form of obligation. I have mouths to feed and bills to pay, and you give all of your attention to that, and you lose sight of the fact that you can also do things for yourself. It's not a bad word to take care of yourself. It's not bad to be a little bit selfish, because when you are, you give the best version of yourself to those people as well as replenishing that version within you, okay? So this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. There's confirmation 100%. Esther, you have a beautiful connection to your higher self. There's kind of a feeling that there's some obligation outside of you that's causing you to take that attention away from your higher self. This has fed a feeling of stagnation and has bred a sense of lack of faith in yourself or ability to do it, mainly because you're so focused on all the practical aspects of your life. So my guides are asking you to please embrace the unseen truths. See the other side of things. Allow yourself to open up to the beautiful energy that is you, beyond what you can just see, touch, taste, and hear, beyond what you can prove to someone else. Allow yourself to see this, and it brings forward not only a sense of victory, but a sense of better judgment about where you're putting your focus. In return, you start to make small manifestations in your life to demonstrate your own empowerment. You change things, and it shows up in your reality in small doses, right? This leads to a sense of renewal, but you have to be okay with embracing your conviction. You have to be okay with believing in yourself and embracing that creative vision, even when other people don't understand. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Your voice, Esther, they want you to step up to that. They want you to step up to your voice. Embrace your voice. Speak up for yourself. Esther, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, friend. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful for you, friend. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. All right, Stephanie, you are up next. Come on down. Stephanie's up next, and then Amy, and then Dave. That is the list for today. I will be back tomorrow morning around probably 10 a.m. Central Time. Hi, Stephanie. I see you, Steph. I'm so excited to read for you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you sharing your time and for your patience. Thank you. And just a reminder to everyone who gets a reading, this will go back up on my YouTube channel. YouTube actually does that by default. So if you want to rewatch your reading, you certainly can. Or if you wanted to show it to someone else, it's your reading, right? All right, here we go. All right, Steph, do me a favor. Take a nice big deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop those shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So when I look at your energy, Steph, my energy really calms down. You have a beautiful calming effect. So what that tells me is you're likely someone who does a lot of transduction of energy. You're probably very sensitive to the emotions of other people. And yes, you are an empath, but you're a step beyond that, not just empath, not just empathetic. They're showing me a light in a dark room, as if you've been purposely planted in a space where not a lot of awakened people are, and this is helping to ground in the energy of enlightenment and vibration, higher vibration. You have a very soft, comforting energy. I feel as though you draw people to you, probably a lot of broken people, and your first inclination is to try to want to fix them. But friend, the thing I want to point out to you is you can't fix someone who A, doesn't acknowledge that they're broken, and B, doesn't want to be fixed. And there's a sense of sometimes you want so badly to help someone who just isn't in a space to receive help from you. And it may feel like that damages that heart space a little bit, but I want to encourage you to recognize that they may come back around. Never underestimate the value of planting a seed. With your soft, beautiful energy, it feels like these people are drawn to you for a reason, but they also may be taking more of your energy than you recognize. And it's not about cutting them out of your life, but about having strong boundaries. If there's a conversation that starts that you can feel just bleeding energy out of you, end the conversation in a mindful way and sort of step beyond it. You don't have to be mean, but you do have to be conscious of where your energy is going and understand that it's not that they're doing it on purpose. 99% of the time, people who are draining your energy are not doing it on purpose. They're doing it because it feels better to be in your presence. And so they take advantage of that, you know? All right, Steph, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. My guides are acknowledging that you might feel alone where you are because you're very purposely planted, and there's a lot of people around you that maybe don't vibe with what you're putting out there. However, my guides are also telling me that you're at the edge of a tower moment, which means a disruption in your energy of some kind, and the bricks that you've built in that you've used to build the walls around you are coming down. This can feel disruptive in nature, but it's all happening to bring your attention to something that's holding you where you are. Again, sometimes the feeling of wanting to help someone that doesn't want to help themselves or something like that can cause damage and make us feel stuck. Excuse me. What my guides want you to understand is that this movement, this getting out from behind that tower, opens you up to much greater progress, putting you into a state of manifestation physically in your life. This also aligns you better with who you are, even though it makes you feel vulnerable as you're going through the tower moment. Going through this tower moment means being charismatically yourself, no matter if other people understand it or not. Opening up that throat chakra, which is the bridge between the inner and outer world. This helps you manifest what you're feeling here out there, right? It is going to take a little bit of introspection for you to do this, but once you figure out where you're going and stop paying attention to anyone else being part of that, you open yourself up to a space of feeling fulfilled, of feeling excited and anchored and in a good place for yourself. So Steph, that's very much what they're trying to put down for you, is you have this ability, you just kind of have to open up into it a little bit. Thank you, Patricia. Thanks for being here. Steph, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Whew, goodness. Girl, you have such good energy, and I think you get taken advantage of, and I don't want to tell you, I don't want to plant any seeds, but I think you kind of know that in some aspect, so just be mindful. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, Amy is up next, and after Amy is Dave, and then we are done for the morning. I will probably be back tomorrow morning around 10 a.m. I do offer private sessions. They are only available through my website, and if you aren't looking at my face, you're not getting a session from me, so make sure you keep that in mind. All right, say hello for me, Amy. Hello from Guam. Thank you for your patience, Amy. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you. Amy, you are up, my friend. Come on down and say hello. I'd love to read for you. Let's go. Amy, come on down. Make sure you tell me if your name does not say Amy. Make sure you tell me that your name is Amy. Amy Nelson, where are you at, friend? You are up. Amy Nelson. Amy Nelson. I'm looking for Amy Nelson at the moment. Am I just missing her? Oh, there you are. Karmic Grace. I see you. I'm so sorry. I missed it, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I got you. I got you, Amy. Oh my gosh. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amy is Karmic Grace. Amy Nelson, that's you, right? Yes, I got it. Thank you. I missed it. I missed that comment, so I didn't see that. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm in the United States in Illinois, very northern Illinois. All right, Amy, I am excited for you, my friend. Thank you so much for the opportunity and your patience. I appreciate it. You have a lot of blue, too. A lot of dark blue. A lot of dark blue in this room today. That's very exciting. All right, here we go, Amy. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. Release. Drop those shoulders, and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Friend, you have a lot of dark blue in your space. This immediately tells me that your connection to your third eye is nice and clear. That pineal gland is uncalcified. I don't know what you're worried about. It is. They're showing me an equalizer, like if you think of a stereo, what the equalizer buttons look like, they're showing me these equalizer buttons moving up and down as if you are equalizing yourself to something. Like when you go up and down in a submarine or an elevator and you have to equalize to the pressure. I feel like you're bumping up against the edges of your frequency as you are equalizing in some of this new energy. This may look like hearing, seeing, and feeling things that you don't normally feel, and it may not come back. You may hear a voice, and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and then you don't hear it again. This is you bumping up against your frequency. I feel like it's stretching like a rubber band. It's stretching. Your root is also very, very active. This tells me that whatever this new role is that you have coming forward related to your third eye is going to stretch the bounds of what you think is currently possible for you. Probably going to trigger some feelings of insecurity and probably going to bring up a lot of doubt. This is part of the work we do, right? They're also showing me your hands. We have big open chakras, healing chakras in our hands. Be careful about the word healer. It doesn't necessarily mean healer, but it can be an inspired conversation with someone or something like that. You have have so much activity in your chakras. You're making me hyper. I love it. Don't apologize. I love it. This is a good thing. Make sure you're grounding yourself so that your energy is all working in the same direction. It feels like some of your chakras are kind of pointing off in different directions just because they're so active. When they get going all in the same direction, that's when more production happens. They have to talk to each other like a circulation system. This can be as simple as putting your bare feet on the ground outside, putting your face in the sun, and just breathing it in for 10 minutes. That'll ground the heck out of your energy. If you can't do something like that, or not in a place where that's possible, soaking your feet in some salt water, any kind of salt water, will also be grounding. Putting your feet in the ocean or moving water of any kind is grounding. Taking an extra few minutes in the shower to take some deep breaths of the steam is also grounding. But all of this is working together to create some sort of new role related to that third eye. It has not fully materialized in your sacral chakra yet, which means you're still pulling all of the pieces together, but it is definitely there. It's like I can see it under the surface, kind of swirling around like this. All right, Amy, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Girl, you are on the precipice. You are making some good progress. This is a time for you to be compassionate with yourself as much as you are with other people. It's going to take a hot minute for you to start putting this together. It's going to take a hot minute for you to start getting everything like all together, right? So my guides are asking you to just please be patient with yourself. You are also starting to draw to you your vibe tribe. This vibe tribe is all about getting the support you need as you step into whatever this new role is. So don't be afraid of collaboration or sharing ideas with someone who might have a way to help you get towards the goal that you want. My guides are acknowledging that you are tying up some loose karmic ends. Again, karma is not about you were bad. It's about finding balance. So if before in a different life experience, or even this one, you had an opportunity to put some of your knowledge out there and you chose not to, this is the other side of that, bringing that balance around for you. My guides are asking you to exercise patience, even though frustration may be the name of the day. It's going to take a little bit of focus on yourself just to get things aligned and a little bit of embracing of that creative vision. But there's that confirmation that the third eye brings with it a great state of expansion, helping you to see the truth of who you are and more fully embrace this. My guides are asking you to do this even if other people don't understand. It's not their journey. They don't have to understand, okay? Continue being you. They'll see the proof in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? All of this leads to a place of celebration, of belonging, and understanding that I have found my way to where I was looking for. Dang, Amy. My goodness, friend. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I really appreciate you, friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, friend, for allowing me to read for you. Amy, I hope it was helpful. All right, Betty Rue, I'm reading for your husband, Dave, right? Is Dave with you? Thank you, friend. I'm so excited for you. You should be fully embracing this with both arms. As another intuitive, looking at your energy, it's very strong. He's there? Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready when Dave's ready. All right, Dave, here we go. All right, here we go, Dave. Do me a favor. Take a nice, big, deep breath in all the way down to your toes. And release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. So Dave, when I look at your energy, I want to tell you, I try not to stereotype, but I see a lot of reflections of what I see in a lot of men in our society. You wear a suit of armor. This armor covers not just your heart, but also your solar plexus. And a lot of times I see this in men because there's so much of a feeling of obligation or role to fill. Not that women don't have it, but men tend to ingrain it a little bit more and not talk about it. And so it becomes armor, right? When I look at you, you definitely have armor over your heart and over your solar plexus. This does not mean mean you're cold or callous or any of those things. It just means that you have the role of protector as number one on your call sheet. You know, when I look at you, your sword is raised as if the masculine protector is like, I've got this. I'm going to make sure everything's okay. I feel like this is well earned, that you had to come to this state for a reason and that it has served you well. However, what I see now is you're transitioning into a different stage in your life experience where things are going to calm down, where you're going to have more freedom to just be who you are and not constantly feel like you're trying to protect or live up to some sort of expectation that has been handed to you over time. My guides are asking you, it's not about taking the armor off all at once, but slowly taking it down. If you try to take it off all at once and say, I'm just going to be authentically who I am after spending a lifetime of living someone else's dream, it can feel shocking to your system. So it looks small, like having little conversations with people that you trust about the way you've been feeling, or journaling about it, or going outside and screaming into the woods when you're frustrated. But start by acknowledging all the emotions that are starting to bubble up in your system. The reason they are bubbling up in your system is because they're no longer getting so much pressure to stay down. Everything is energy, including emotions. Emotion is energy in motion. It is meant to come in, tell us a story, and leave our system. When we as human beings feel an emotion that we don't care for, we tend to grab it, strangle it, and shove it down, and then it gets stuck in our cells. Quite literally, it gets stuck in our cells, in the atoms related to our cells. The more you push that down, the heavier the atoms get, the heavier the cells get, the heavier the organ gets, and the more dis-ease has a space in which to flourish. This is you letting go of a lot of things that have been pushed down. Slow conversations, a slow embracing of these things, but a realization that there's so much to you that you've put off to the side for any number of reasons. And it's not about being frustrated, mad, or upset that you put those things to the side. It's about recognizing you did what you did when you needed to do it, and that's all you need to do. But now you're letting go of that, okay? Lindsay, I am excited. My list is closed, but I will read for you today, but normally you gotta be careful because my list is closed. You'll be my last reading, all right? So Dave, this is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. They're acknowledging that for a long time there's been a feeling of self-defeat that has propagated itself in its system. I can't do this because I have to do that sort of thing. You are stepping into a time of recovery where you are going to really be able to embrace a feeling of inner peace and a sense of fulfillment. However, it's going to require you to turn your attention to things that feel better and to allow yourself to speak about all of that stuff that you've been holding back on, as well as following your inspiration to the best of your ability. That is what's going to lead you forward, my friends. My guide is acknowledging that things have been difficult. They have been, and you have definitely put yourself into that state on purpose to protect yourself. But now, again, for the second time, you're being told renewal is around the corner for you. So find what you want to do. Allow yourself to see where you want to go in your life and lean into that intuition of what feels good for you. I know that it feels scary, but start small. Just talk about how you're feeling or where you've been or what you want. That's how you start, is somewhere small, okay? Dave, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope it was helpful. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you very much. Actually, let's do this. Thank you, friend. All right, so Lindsay, come on down, say hello, friend, and say hello. Michael, hello. I didn't know you were in here. Thank you, friend, I appreciate it. I'm glad to see you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing all your time and energy with me. Hello from Norway. Hello, Lindsay. I am excited to read for you, my friend. You get to finish out my day. So the list is closed for today. Make sure you have your notifications on, so when I go live tomorrow, you'll be here. All right, Lindsay, I am excited to read for you. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really appreciate you and everything about you, friend. Here we go. All right, Lindsay, take a nice, big, deep breath in. Release. Drop your shoulders and please give me permission to have access to your energy. Oh, Lindsay, you're like a little sunshine. You're like a little flower of sunshine. You're in a big field of weeds though, right? I can see it all around you. Hey, Fran, I'm so excited to see you, Michael. Thank you for coming by. Lindsay, when I look at you, you have this beautiful, they're showing it to me like a little beautiful white daisy with this beautiful yellow center of sunshine and joy, right? When I look at you, you're kind of trying to grow in this place where there's big feet like all stomping around you and like stomping all over the place, right? Like you're trying to grow in a place where there's a lot of contrast, right? I also feel like you're kind of delicate in your energy, not saying that in a bad way, but that you have this beautiful soft energy, but it's a little bit delicate. And I think you're in a place that's not quite delicate. It's as if there's big feet stomping around you, not on purpose, not trying to stomp on you, but because you're still growing in this space. That little beautiful flower is definitely blooming and coming into its own, but again, it feels small. I think this is a limitation on the flower's end, as if the flower thinks it has to stay small. Friend, you are not meant to be small. You're meant to be a sunflower, not a little tiny daisy, right? As you are embracing these greater pieces of yourself, it's like petals growing on the flower. Each one will help you to stretch beyond where you are, opening up to the sunshine of source and welcoming all that energy in. This creates an outward facing role where other people start to see you as the sunflower and not the little daisy. There is going to be a lot of contrast, plenty of people who don't understand what you're doing or why you're doing it or something like that, but you cannot entertain them. It's not their job to understand your journey. You know what I mean? It's your job to get on the track of your journey, which I think you're doing. I do feel like you have a much deeper and stronger connection than you think you do. I kind of feel like you put some sort of limitation or hold yourself back in some way, and I really want to push you to step into that, right? To step into that big change that you have there. This is what my guides have to say in addition to everything I've already said. Lindsay, you are not behind. You are not lost. You are not off road. You are not any of those things. Things are just taking a little bit longer to manifest than maybe you think they should. But my guides are telling me there's a new horizon around the corner for you. A new beginning is coming. And the new horizon card is about going somewhere or doing something you've never done before. So this tends to bring up a little bit of nervousness, anxiousness, triggers, all kinds of stuff kind of come up in the space when something new like this is happening. This is where they want you to focus on you and recognize that selfishness is not an evil word. You have to take care of you. You are literally the only person who can do it. As you start to feed this sense of self, you embrace this outer facing role while others will start to see you as the sunflower that you are. Even though there are going to be plenty of people around you that don't understand it, they don't have to be invited to your party. You can love someone and not invite them to your house. Keep that in mind, okay? As you move forward into this change, the King of Pentacles comes forward to say, I've got your back and you're going to be okay. You're going to make it through this. It may not be like winning the lottery, but you will have what you need when you need it to help support you in this journey. So make the commitment to yourself to do this, even if it requires looking at where you're holding yourself back. And remember, as a manifester, the words you say matter. So don't tell yourself, I am anything. You are feeling something or you are experiencing something, but you are not anything but you. You are amazing and boundless, right? So turn to your determination, the thing that wants to drive you forward, and allow the wheel of fortune to carry you with its winds of change. My goodness. Lindsay, thank you so much, friend, for allowing me to read for you. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope that was helpful. My goodness, you guys, what an amazing session today. I am so excited. I will probably be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. You can look for me here. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Lindsay, again, thank you. Thank you to Michael for stepping in and helping me with some mods here. The haters are something else on here. I do have a website, consciouslyerin.com. You can check me out. There's all kinds of stuff on there. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys on the flip side. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Thank you again, everybody. Bye.